Alright, CSS battle time. Let's do some more rotates. I'll put in the comments how well I do if this all goes to pieces. I still don't like rotate. Yesterday was pretty good. I was like within a few characters of top 10, which I'm happy anytime that happens. You know, it feels pretty good. So we've got I like this yellow square and this yellow square. Awesome. You could do that a whole number of ways. Like a square and then a box shadow, you know, or but the blue square ruins everything. So maybe I can do something with scale, but the blue square ruins that too. Now, is there a way to kind of fake the blue rectangle? And what I'm thinking is there a way to have this without it being an actual element that then whoa, I didn't do that. All right, where we don't have to use the index or something. Like it's, you know, how box shadows will stack underneath an element. Is there a way, I mean, I could do clip path on something. It would have to be a middle element though. And we'd have to change the background. So I don't like that idea. But just have one rotation on there, but then clip path around in a different. That'd be so finicky to do, but it'd be doable. How do I want to do this? I mean, it's easy enough to make 3 cubes. You know? That's the easy part. The hard part is not writing the same code over and over again. I wonder. Okay. Okay, hear me out. Gradients. Ooh. And then 1 cube. Okay, so if this is a conic gradient, I can determine the angle from which it starts, right, and ends. But you know what I can't determine is this outside angle. That has to be a rotated element to get that, so that doesn't help. I was thinking conic gradient here, linear gradient across this way, but to get these edges, you have to, so that's just, I don't want to start on this and start rotating things. Man. I really feel like this box and this box are just scaled versions and the same angle. I don't know how to put this box in between them. Wait, you can size a conic gradient. I can do the angle and size it. I can get those edges. Duh. Maybe that's what I do, and then I just scale it down for this element. So I only rotate one, actually rotate one element. I like that better. Let's go ahead and do the star. Actually, we're going to isolate it first, but I think we're going to fall back to the star selector because we'll want both elements to have this rotated conic gradient. We just need to scale it differently. This is gonna be finicky, but I like it better than doing 3 different rotates and positioning things. They all look like they're centered and in the middle. So I guess rotating, I should probably just rotate everything. This is silly. Okay. From like 15 degrees, right? And we are going to do orange for the majority. 75%, and then we will do yellow with a 0, and what we're gonna have to do is of course size it, but that looks like it's spot on with the angle. Position and size it. At 100 pixels and 200 pixels. Let's move it down. Oh, let's just turn on the diff. I think it's going to look odd right now just with this. Like we will 60 to 70, somewhere like that. 150, 80, okay. $285, I think. No, 280 is probably about right. And then let's drop this to 275. Okay, so we have that. Now if we size this, 0, 0, let's start with first 0 and just, yeah, I think that's gonna, I do think I need the second 0, but I'm gonna hold off for a moment. 200 pixels. What do we got? Ooh, that's a fun shape. All right, let's give it the second 0. I mean, that's kind of cool, actually, to get that on accident. By 200 pixels. Oh, that's 1, 3. 3. Okay, that's a little bit better. 4. No, I don't want it 400 wide. Oh, I know why. I see why it's tiling that way. Alright. Let's actually get rid of our positioning here and position it over here. 50. Oh, that's... We're doing all sorts of weird things. I might abandon this because I think I have to... There's more that needs to be done, and I think just rotating things is going to be easier because they're all centered. I'm going to stack 3 boxes of the appropriate size and shape. And call it a day. We are going to give this a box shadow or border. Let's do border, it's shorter, fewer characters. Okay. Oh, that's why I have to do this and then do some margin. 2. Okay, let's leave it at that for the moment. Oh, I see. It's not big enough. Oh. Why is this behaving that way? Seems strange. Should be okay. 4M is less than 2. 2 is pushing it down. Oh, no, I do need to... Oh, I see. Is that why I do box shadow? I think that's why I do box shadow most of the time. It's even worth doing it this way. I should just do a background, and a background. So then body and P will get that, and then... I'm too tired to be doing this, man. 0, 0, 0, 5 inch, and orange. There. Okay, now our margin will work like we expect to just give us a relative size and shape. Let's go 80 on the sides, something like that. That seems decent. Let's hit a rotate on this. I'm going to move it off while I get everything else place. Okay, so we need like a 90. All right, good. First one's in place. Let's hide that. I think what I'm going to do is we'll have this. Ooh, if I put P in there too. I think what I'll do is I'll isolate the box shadow inside the and selector, and then I'll do and P for the background and the margin. And then I should only have to overwrite the margin and the rotate. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's move that up. Hit and comma P. Put that in there. Put that in there. And for kicks, let's put that in there too. Okay, I think we have everything selected properly. Good, we have our first square. And then when I nest in here and select the body, I should be able to just overwrite the background. And hopefully I don't... Oh, I'm doing everything. Let's do a descendant selector so that we're only selecting the body with this and we don't overwrite that background on the paragraph tag. All right, so the body shows up like that. Let's margin it. I think we can do negative margin on the sides to pull it out the sides. So we're going to be like, not 50, but something for top and bottom. 40. And then we'll do negative 50. 80. And then if we hit this rotate, it rotates too. Rotate. Negative 30 degrees. Okay. We're too long? We're too long. Okay. I mean, this is actually being a lot less painful than I expected it to be. Alright, so now if we put in a P tag, hopefully we just have to fix the margin. Okay, we broke everything, probably because of margin. Let's hit our P tag. Margin 0. Okay, alright, good, good. It was overflow that was causing it to do that. But margin 0, it doesn't show up. It doesn't have height. We need to put some padding in here to give it height and width. Okay. So we got height. It's stuck to the top of the body. The rotate is good. No, it's not quite good. It's off by 15 degrees. Snap. Because we've changed the axis of orientation. So it doesn't matter that we're skipping on the rotate. We still have to write it again. Because of how rotate works. It is fun. A lot of fun. Okay, let's hit a 0 on this. And then a 50. Yeah, there we go. It's moving in. 90. 100. This is not going to be a top solution. I can already tell you that. But I don't have better ideas at the moment. Will this move down, or is it... Yeah, it's collapsing margin. Okay. I can put padding on the body and probably use that instead of the margin here to arrange and position this element. So let's try that. Let's get rid of our margin. Okay. Oh, we do need a margin 0 on this, so we don't get the overflow. All right. Let's type it right. Okay. Let's say padding 30, 20. Here we go. Hey, we're pretty much there. Okay. Just a little bit more. It was 130, wasn't it? Yeah, that looks right. And then if we hit a rotate on this, I still have to have margin 0. Yeah, I have to have margin 0. Unless, what happens if we move this one up there? Do we still need margin? We do not. Thank you. Okay, we just had to get that large margin off of that paragraph tag. Let's hit our rotate 15 degrees again, which is a shame that I have to write it again. Negative 15? No. We gotta go 30. There we go. Let's hit submit. Let's just see how far away we are on that. So a lot of different selectors this time. That's fun. That's cool. It did save us some CSS that way. I wrote padding twice. I wonder if this padding is doing anything. It's giving it size. Can I write like height of 60? Is that any better than padding? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. PAD. Yeah, it's 1 character better. So there's that. Because the padding on the body is what's collapsing it down, not giving it room to expand, and then the height is giving it actual area. So I guess that's how that's working. Rotates, we got 3 rotates. It's not worth it to variabilize. You still won't. You gotta add 9, and then you only save 6 characters. So it's not worth it. I do have 2 backgrounds. Not worth it to save. Box shadow up here for that. It's alright, I guess. It saved me from doing another element, and it would have been harder to isolate like with this selector. I think if I had the body as the yellow block, I would have had another background instead of doing like box shadow and background to do the orange and yellow. I think I'd have had a harder time selecting a body and the second P tag compared to just the only P tag in here. It's possible you can select anything with just the right selectors. I mean, but it would have been, I think, a little bit more difficult. So having that box shadow in here instead of just another background, I think actually saved me in complexity in the long run. But I don't know. It could be argued. I'm sure there's a more clever way, so of course it can be argued. Nothing else is jumping out at me. I'm happy with this. I'm gonna leave it at this. That was fun, and the rotates again were less painful than I thought they would be. So it's good stuff. And I don't really have a lot of pixel value. I don't think I used a single pixel value in here, so there's nothing to translate. Also, good day. That's not a factor. Yeah. Good stuff, 177. All right, I'll catch you later. Bye.